Hey there, I'm Slightly Froggy, and welcome back to my stream. Today, I'm continuing my playthrough of Disco Elysium, The Final Cut. Now, where we last left off yesterday, we did quite a bit of exploring. Hey there, Qua, welcome back to the stream. We did plenty of exploring. We found out about the cryptid nets. We found out about the mystery of the very racist mug that we found in the dumpster, and the gentleman who was attached to it, who we might have to speak to a little bit later, find out sort of what his deal is, and his connections with Everart. We also found some teenagers that were camping out just outside. They're making music and recording ice sounds, and they asked us to go into the church where they're hoping to set up a music club, like a club of some kind. But they had locked people in there for close to a week, and we're 80% sure they weren't dead. Which are those are some great odds. Really good odds there. So we did get to walk in. Teenagers, visionaries. They truly are. Like, they're on the cutting edge. Like, I'm hip. I'm cool. I gave a girl my hat because she looked very cold. Standing out in the wintry March weather. Music is life. Yeah, I gotta talk to those boys a little bit more. I know we ended off on us hanging out in the church, but I need to talk to these guys some more, because I gotta find out what their deal is. I gotta know. Because we got Kiss Ass. Yeah, we can do the rest of the conversation. We got Kiss Ass, we got the one that looks like David Bowie. And we've got Egghead? Egghead, I think was the last one. It's a real cast of characters. Although I can't believe a cell had to be, like, outside. Like, find room for her. Jeez. Egghead's my boy, my perfect boy. Head shaped like an egg. Ah, Egghead. So we're gonna give people just a couple more minutes to kind of come in. I know I started a little bit later for pre-prep tonight. I was playing around with some of my camera angles a little bit. Just because I realized, I wonder if there's a more economical way we can do this. Because I always kind of worry that, like, I'm cutting off too much of the game by having it in this format and having me in the corner here. So I'm trying a different sort of angle. I might play around with things for the next couple of streams, but because you guys don't need to see my busted desk where I keep my keyboard. You don't need to see that. Yeah, that's true. Like, around, like, the game itself or around me? Because I know there are those who do, like, the square ones as well. Both. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Make it look a little more refined. Hey there, JJ. Welcome back to the stream. Here, I'll turn on the music. So I've got the Twitch integration on. I almost forgot yesterday. So we got Twitch integration on. I think we're set to go. And it's about 7:30, so I feel like we can probably start. I think this is going to pick up from the church. But I'm going to head back to the tent. Yeah, here we go. So I will come back to the church, but I want to finish my conversation with the boys. Find out what their whole scene's all about, man. Music is life. Oh, and the music's really nice in here, too. Alright. Got the bridge down, so that makes this a hell of a lot easier. I'm sad Kim doesn't want to come in with me. I know there's not a lot of room, but he could find room. Kim's a small guy. He could fit. Alright, let's talk to the boys here.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush in the mirror in front of him. Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
Like ghosts? You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved?
Well, there's also the machinery.
I'm sorry, the what?
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
Ooh.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
They have an interesting dynamic.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church.
Okay.
A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that something watching you? Can you tell me more about this machinery? Okay, I'm sure I can go through these. So what was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost.
Ooh.
Do you know what he means? Non-human means a predator.
Run!
It was this dark shape
Phasmids.
climbing upside down along the
Cryptids.
ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Oh my god.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
I would have said more of a spider, but are you sure there was a crab man? Ambush behavior. Crab man.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
Okay.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
She gets really offended if you tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Oh, but it's fun. So, can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that.
Oh.
I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
Jacked up on some snuff station?
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting
I am
killed
the
on
crab
and
man,
jerk
cuckoo
off to
cuckoo.
it. Sick shit.
That's 2 streams in a row where I've referenced I am the walrus. Yesterday it was I am the seagull. It's just, we're just going through just seaside creatures and animals till we get there.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm sure he's never listened to that stuff.
He appears sincere enough, sire. You could, of course, be wrong.
Oh, drama, you would never lie to me.
We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more.
Alright, well, how can you be sure they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
Okay.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire. I don't see a single thing wrong with that argument.
Hey
I'm
now,
calling him out.
I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers.
His percentages are way off.
Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
About the church, you mentioned some kind of ecclesiasts own the church. Who are these ecclesiasts?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
I like using new words.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Ooh, before we go on, what do you mean by meteorin? The founding party, I do know them, but can you refresh my memory? Ooh, we can mask it. Now humor me, Andre, what is the founding party? I don't even know what the founding party is. I'm leaning between these two. What do you guys think? I'm thinking 2 or 3. We'll mask it? Okay. Now, humor me, Andre. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up.
Oh my god.
I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And good now. And?
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the Innocentic system, no?
Now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a club for anotic music in one of their churches? They sound exactly like the kind of... Ooh, I think that's supposed to be kind of people. They sound exactly the kind of people who would want loud hypnotic music in their church.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. There isn't a trace of doubt in his voice.
The Pericarnassian church is about love. Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We're done.
He violently shakes the tape player as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore.
Unity!
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance. Are we dancing?
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you.
Oh my god.
Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Yes. Okay, no words. Enjoy the beat. Nod your head. I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse? Hey there, Kay. Welcome back to the stream. Guess love can be pretty hardcore. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Hypnotic music is about love, and so is the Pericarnassian church. No, this is too much. No sane organization would want this level of absurdity in their church. Okay, I could put this to a vote, but I know you guys are gonna, like... I'm gonna enjoy the beat. I'm gonna enjoy the beat.
Feels good.
Alright. Don't quite understand what you're talking about. No, I'm gonna pass on that. Stuff can be pretty hardcore. There we go.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Wow, that is a mouthful.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
Do it for the fam. His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty
For
lame
the
of you
boys.
to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
Ferda. Any more
The
questions?
one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Oh my god.
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water. What's with all the nosafed? Yeah, you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
What's with all the nosafed?
The what now?
He leans in to hear you better. Point of the bottles of nasal spray in the corner. The nosafed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra. We,
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
Line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
You sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Oh no. Good. Now on to the next thing.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to take any. Alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
No drugs? Aw, no, I don't know if I need it. Okay, so logic. Low, godly. Oh my god. Okay.
As always, We'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Yeah. Okay, so let me see if I can up some logic here. Ooh. The hat gives me +2 logic. What else do I got here? Come on. Here we go. Actually, just making sure I didn't get rid of something that had it already. Logic. Yeah. Wow. Ooh, 3 skill points. Yeah, that's true. I could use it. Okay, so... I'm just making sure I don't have anything that brings my logic down. +2, +1, +1. Like, it's looking pretty good. I might need a boost. Well, let's see what it looks like.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
72%. That's much better. Should we do a boost? Would you guys be willing to give me a logic boost? That way we know it. So actually, maybe I'll exit out of this. Ah, crud. I hate when it does this. I can't get out of it. Try it flat, then fail. Yeah, I'll give it another shot. But the thing is, I'm trying to remember when I last saved, when I exited this, and I am not able to scroll down any further. I'm locked in. I can't exit. Yeah, I may have just saved. Alright, we'll give it a go. Let's see flat.
A number of things
Yeah,
don't
baby.
add up. Let's take a look.
I know, I was of little faith. That's my fault. Let's take a look.
How about gather around, kids?
Oh, but I like having you guys help me out. Okay, kids, now gather round.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you.
Is it a flux capacitor?
The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned.
He's waiting for me to start dancing.
Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure where and how, I fell sick and became the shadow you see now, but before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. Oh no. Wow. I got bad news for you, Andre. It's a great portrait. What approach do we want to take here? Really? Do I want to let them know that, like, I believe I was a detective? Oh, boy. Alright.
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace to the uniform. Oh no. I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of Lieutenant Gefrader. I could have been captain, imagine that.
What happened?
He looks serious suddenly. Disco happened. Oh, life tore me a new asshole. I did. I happened to myself. I don't know. I'm gonna say disco happened.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast.
Shut it.
What? I have. I've said that.
The music. Now, obviously, that may as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend? You have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape? That Nosafed is here for its active ingredient. The distilled water cornerstone of a clean lab. A lot of these are good, but... you have no headphones. Wouldn't she need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawn them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
Well, that Nosafed is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
Well, the distilled water cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, What's your point, Lawbringer?
Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
No. That's not a thing. There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
He sounds tired. In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Nope, they're not giving in. Preposterous.
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act.
Almost.
It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Ooh. Well, we do this lawman style. First you tell me everything, then I pass judgment. You tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient. I don't really care. I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want. Ooh, what do you guys think? I don't like the fact that he was lying to me, but... yeah, I like it leaving open for leniency, I guess. We'll go with that.
What do you mean by lenient?
Not calling backup and having you all off to the pen for starters. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you, using every connection I've got. Ooh, we'll see. Now speak. Ooh. Well, depending on how old they are, it might be classified as the mischief. So, we'll see. Now speak.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again, then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
Then we'll turn it into a club.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
That's 4 skill points. I gotta use these. And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Ooh, give me your cash, pack up and report to Precinct 41, arrest them, get lost, don't want to see you again, evict them. Let's do this clean, no speed lab, just a club for anodic music, proceed with the club. Wouldn't work without the lab, do what you have to keep the club alive, proceed with both. I have to look into the spooker situation before I can decide what to do with you, decide later. Alright, well, I was gonna open it up anyway, but, ooh, like, they're giving you a lot of different options with this. I don't know, what do you guys think? The club? Should we just arrest them? Like, what do... You know what? I'm gonna come back. I'm leaning towards the club, but I just want to check out the church first. Decide later.
We can continue on an amiable path, right? No more misunderstandings, no more lies. Before you go, is there anything else you need?
That's it for
As
now.
always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Yeah! Alright, I'll save here. I should probably use some of these points, because you said I have like 4 of them, right? What do you guys think I should put them into? Let's see. Well, I think I just got one. I just got a skill point, so... Should I go into more intellect, or should I try and like level out some of my other ones that are significantly lower? Should I try and be a bit more physical? Ooh, pain threshold. Composure. Ooh, there's a lot of good ones here. I kind of want to put one into hand-eye coordination. Here we go. Put that into a thought slot. Another into something you might have used a lot. Okay. Oh, it's above the level up. Thought slot. Okay. Here, I'll unlock a thought cabinet. There we go. Alright, and I'll save the last one in case we need it. So. Alright, let's talk to the other boys. Noid. Okay, there's nothing else to really see in here.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked
Yeah?
to Andre
Okay.
first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Okay. He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Okay, what is sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man.
Oh,
Even
hard
now,
same.
our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools. I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
I describe if you already know what I mean. I mean this one. Show the sticker on your ledger.
Oh, wow. Right on your cop ledger. You like it?
Yeah, it's super stupid. That's what it is. I think it reminded me of myself. It's very modern. I'd like to learn more about it.
All right. It's the harbinger of a new era. What would you like to know?
What's it supposed to be?
The dead guy smiling.
And what does it mean? Why is the dead guy smiling?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
He could also be drugged out of his mind. I'm thinking maybe the smiling dead guy's a symbol for communism. It's also dead, but doesn't care. I'm thinking we should sell this. Better not mention it.
Or
Yeah.
drunk. Or in a clinical coma. All glad to be dead. But those versions suck.
What makes the sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
Oof. Okay. You come up with the stuff by yourself?
Not alone. Many people are thinking the same thing right now. There's a gathering at the Elysium. The beat is the same for all.
I think we've exhausted the subject for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing.
It's a
But what
sticker.
for?
What about now? Are the signs all right now?
Nah,
No.
still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
He examines the small metal bolt in his hand. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revishal's sister revolution on the Grad Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
Don't be too hard on Samara. They're all alone in the world. Half of what we know of them is just propaganda. What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
No, don't be too hard on them.
I know, man. I was just talking about the aesthetic.
Man, these guys are all about the aesthetic. So you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases. Pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Why aren't you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of a widget. I don't understand what that means. Sync the signs with Noid. What about now?
Nah, you heard me.
Dang. Okay, maybe I'll come back later. Alright, Egghead. What are you gonna tell
A
me?
young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
Just gonna keep saying it's hardcore. I don't know what to say to that.
Skibber D, skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
Aw, man.
could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Oh boy.
The young man
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
If you knew who killed the first area, get the whirling Rex hostile. Oh boy. Oh, what happens if I just keep saying nothing?
All core! All right! Yeah!
Please tell me, what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
Oh, Egghead's a party boy. I think I'm also a party boy.
Two on a track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
Oh yeah! One more time, one more
To
time.
the heavyweight. Hardcore!
Yeah, lung-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the night.
I lied, we're doing one more.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
I was wondering if I'm gonna see what he says to that. Do you know who killed the mercenary hanging behind the whirling in rags?
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata, the place to be.
Beginning to think this really doesn't have anything to do with the case. You said it before, what is this Yakokata, the place to be? What does that mean?
Yakokata is a hardcore place.
an intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
Alright, I think I'm good with that, but man, Egghead's so good. At first I was just like, I mean, he's got, like, good energy, he's got good vibes, but it's like, oh, you can do the wrestling. Okay. How far does that go? Here, I'll do. Alright, I'm gonna ask her about the crab. Hey, can you tell me about the crab person?
The shaggy-haired girl
Goes a good while,
lives on the
really?
sea ice. She
Oh
looks
my
up
God.
as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
Can't say, gotta ask questions first.
Shoot.
Darn. My empathy's like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
What do you mean? You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Yeah. What about you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
A silver bird feels strangely familiar. Was it an expression? And if yes, then for what? Then your mind slips and
Aw.
the thought is gone.
Uh-huh, okay. Maybe I'll ask later about all this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me.
Was it a crab?
There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man,
Aw.
than the others.
Well, we'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother. You know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, Right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Huh.
Like a crab, you say?
Oh, he didn't hear about the crab man. Lieutenant nods, his face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
You're right, I don't believe you. Oh, yep, we're having crab for dinner. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
I have a mesh tank top.
A crab and a banger?
The lieutenant raises an eyebrow.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
A gangster crab man? You're wrong, I do believe you.
Why?
She raises a brow. Seems too ludicrous for a lie. Or what would you stand to gain? Strange things happen.
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan?
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
Oh, Kim.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
Instead, he opted to admit the truth. It's the same thing. Should have tried harder. Misleading a cop is no joke. I don't care. I'm loco. I just wanted you to know that I know about the plan.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan
Being
too.
the stern
I'm
cop.
not an idiot. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise. May I ask? What did you tell them?
That I'm going to decide after I've looked into the church situation.
Oh, right. That's wise. Take your time.
Man, yeah. Should I up my empathy? Oh no, I don't know if that's a really important thing anyway, but I can always come back. Well, I have 1 point. Where's empathy? Here we go, empathy. I'll give it a go. Oh, nope, I do not have enough. Skill cap reached. Ah, well, what are you gonna do? That's just how it goes. This is as empathetic as I'm ever gonna be. Empathy's overrated. Alright, let's go in. Let's look for the crab man. Want to find the crab man. Andre wouldn't lie to me about the crab man. I'd be sad for you, but nah. What is that? This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. I was gonna say, that is a butt. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Apathy's where it's at. A lot of hidden pickup items around here. Okay. Dark beetles? Here, I'm just gonna... Okay, nothing over here. Blackboard's filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? It's always the radio. Ooh, what's this? Bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Could these wires work as contact microphones? Plates? Yeah, it's a plate of water.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Ooh, wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the
in a
faintest of
circle.
hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Ooh. What do you think, guys? Are we gonna yell or are we gonna stomp and clap? I almost kind of want to yell. Yeah. Ooh, oh, we got a split vote here. Got a split vote. But it looks like we're gonna yell. I can't hear you. Speak up. Speak up, whippersnapper.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Wow.
It's unnerving.
Here.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yikes. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
I mean, like, Kim speaks quietly on a good day.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. It's beginning to worry me. I'm gonna go with not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. Or can't hear shit.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Oh, then that would be especially bad if you wanted to open a club, huh? Not great acoustics for that. Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing. What if it's something paranatural? It's probably nothing, just our imagination. Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
Could be.
He doesn't seem
That's the crab
entirely
man.
convinced, though.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting. My lighting's a little bit weird tonight. Let's look up at the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Okay, I do not have the best here, and I don't know if I can come back to this. Do you guys want to give me a boost? Perception. Yeah, I'm only at level 3. Ugh. Alright. If you guys can give me a boost, maybe I can see what's up there. Okay, it's for motor. Okay. I'm opening it up. I leave my fate in your hands. Because right now we're looking at 28%. I'm not very observant. Alright, let's see. 42! Ooh. We got it. Thank you, guys. Alright. Better see a crab man.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower, and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Oh my god. On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore,
Okay.
becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
The lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of
Oh
it.
no.
Where did it go? Prepare for an attack.
Oh no, Half-Light, no.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
it's possible to talk to it.
Sure.
Is that a man? A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
I speak fluent crab.
The crab man.
Thanks, reaction speed. I never would have guessed. Hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
Where am I?
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in general. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol. Hold
Yeah,
on.
thank you?
Stop it right there. Pussy, what's with this?
I'm not scared. I just don't understand why the female sexual organs have to be associated with weakness.
You really got a case of frayed nerves, pussy. And this usage comes from pusillanimous. Everybody knows that.
I thought my first thought was that one running gag in Letterkenny when it's like the whole hockey team and it's just one of them says something that goes pussy and then it just cuts to the next guy.
Oops.
Yeah.
Chill out, man. Here you could receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
Ah, despair. I am familiar. I've played 3 games covering the subject.
This man is obviously
Yeah.
a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately.
Yeah.
Lay off it already.
I know, it's already worn off. I'm not even drinking. I guess I have a bit of a problem. It's getting out of hand lately, but I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use. Oh, hell no. Yeah, you got me, I guess.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Great, more patronizing. So original. Yeah, confess your sin. Yeah, a pastor who climbs the rafters of the church. Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. How do you know what I'm feeling? I'm actually here on behalf of some young people looking to establish a nightclub.
I know it's hard to admit that you have a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look at the damage Elvino was doing to my mind and my spirit.
Elvino, is that like Al Ghul?
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
I love how Kim has gone from like, this guy is clearly on drugs. Do we really have to talk to him? To, you know, he's got a good point. We should probably listen to him. It's just, wow, Kim. That cuts deep coming from you.
Look at these crazies.
Oh.
What is this shit?
Yes, what is this shit? For some reason I feel like you have a point there. Who do you think you are, some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid, I don't even know what this is. That's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property. Okay, I'll go along with it. For some reason I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me.
Ooh.
Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence.
Oh.
You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Nope.
Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege, saving perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
You must be the crab man. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you. You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider. If you're not a crab, then what are you? Sorry, you just were moving like a human. Hey, it's your neighbors who came up with this name, not me. Yeah, if you're not a crab, then what are you?
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Ooh, wait, did you carve all those sculptures?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
You've got some nice curves going there. These seem a tad derivative. Ooh, you're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. Honestly, I don't get it. All these figures look half finished. Ooh, what do you guys? How do we want to comment on his art? I mean, we are an art cop. We can be honest. Ooh, we got a bit of a split here. Ooh. So we've got both ends of the spectrum here. You got some nice curves going there, and you're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. You know what, we'll go with the fun one. You got some nice curves going there.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
Too late, I already did. What were you before you became a crabman and a woodcarver?
I was in a gangway,
Ooh.
but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
So many people losing their memory. A certain portent of doom. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me, start again from scratch. So you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember it? Sounds convenient. Ooh. Here, I'll go with, I get to make a whole new me.
That's not really the point, I said. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name.
Ah, Tiago.
But those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
Ooh, yeah, it's the big lady. My name's Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. My name is Harrier Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what mine is. Here, I wanna try and shake his hand. He's gonna turn it down, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
I knew it. He ignores your hand, his limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it. For purposes of veneration. I circled it. Nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who's this mother of silence you keep talking about?
Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me. But I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes. And no one ever will.
And what will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won
Cleansed?
with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Ooh, faith is kind of a drug. I guess you have a point. Let's agree to disagree. It's being insensitive. Sorry, let's move on. Ooh. Faith is kind of... Ooh. How much do I want to... This guy's got, like, his own thing going on, but he's also climbing the rafters in an abandoned church. I mean... let's agree to disagree.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
So nice, he said it twice.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
You should sing for me, the superstar cop. Points your thumbs at yourself. Doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence. Singing is good. We should all sing a bit more.
I am from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve.
How'd you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Right. I had other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Police raid of what?
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
It looks like he truly doesn't remember. There's a vagueness to his sense of time.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see 'em.
Oh, yeah.
Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Wait, do they have reason to be scared? So what do you think about the nightclub, that is? Or, here. Trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youth. Their business looks promising. Turning a church into a nightclub, you have to say, it's a great idea. You should support it.
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
So what do you think?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
Okay, so the club thing might be a good idea then.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viaita is grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's a Vita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes.
Oh.
She's actually quite young.
Yeah.
Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Okay then, thanks. Well, that was an interesting little encounter, wasn't it? Cracked pane of glass. Colorful. Oh, I can go up here. Yeah, he's a nice guy in its own way. Spun its web around this wooden carved pillar. Ooh, shoes? Look at those shoes. And money. Man, those are some sweet looking shoes. It is very dark. I can't see anything. But I get +1 to empathy. Yes. I'm changing the shoes. As much as I like the snakeskin shoes, like, these look great. These look wonderful. Alright, I gotta go all... Oh, okay, good. I was like, do I have to go all the way around? Okay. It was nothing there. Here, what's this? 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Ooh, there's this one here. Ooh. Portable Harman Wowshi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Ooh, let's see what this is.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window.
The
It's
music.
turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yeah, but the machine looks just like the one in Doomed Commercial Area. Step behind the computer.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
Yeah, it sounds like whales. He inspects the machine's framework careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model.
Interesting.
Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Wait, let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame.
Kim's like, I'm not
reflected
touching
back
it.
from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Ooh, look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Then I will.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Yeah, I've spoken to her before.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Tiago might know. It's the police. Please open this thing. Is it my birthday? Really bad passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Wow.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for
Darn.
repeater stations.
Well, it should be. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Whoa.
That sounds bad.
Uh-oh.
A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress accident like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
I love how Kim's using the name for it.
Anything else I can help you with?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Votre accident.
She says as her voice disappears into a whirl of static.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Let's press print.
Nothing happens.
Boo. Alright. Well, I guess we'll have to look around for a password. Someone siphoned electrical current from outside into the Centena. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, I'll ask Tiago. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I may have missed over here. Because I think you said there was something on the ground near Tiago. Ooh, there's stuff over here. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. The crabman cometh. Oh, okay, the big lady too, and the crack in the glass. Okay. Figure drawn on in frost on the window depicting a deer. Pants! Ooh, it's a scarf. Pain threshold +1. Nice. I'm getting that bottle. Who was drinking it then? I wonder. Let me take a look at this. My scarf. Pain threshold. Bangers don't cry. Oh man, I look so cool. Here. Put on my cool gloves. Here, I'll save. Tiago, what do you know, buddy?
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
He's like, I don't need it anymore. Have you by any chance heard her say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Yes.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Drama, you're getting to be a little bit much. Just go back to calling me, my liege. I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends in the interests of public safety, of course. Just tell me what's the password. Yes, for first-degree murder investigation in Martinez. Yes, sire. Honestly, I just want to bring it to a radio computer, see what's on it. Here, I'll try I'm doing a survey.
Don't sweat it, Vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Okay, so that's a nihilist. I don't know what pequena means.
I think we're done here, Essay.
He crawls off into the darkness above.
That was an interesting conversation.
That's one way of putting it.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Oh, it's not. I just think it's fun.
The machines keep the speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon.
All right.
Good. Please repeat the password.
After life death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
I guess, thanks. I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
Does it? Okay. Nihilistic little one.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent. The printer prints out a long text document with
Ooh.
dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Ooh, read that printout.
The first entry,
reading somebody's
made on the
diary.
4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Wait, narcotics? Looks around the derelict building.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids.
He looks at the stained glass window.
Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
Sounds haunted.
Then why doth the lieutenant protest against spending time here so often?
Alright, let's read the third entry before Kim gets too scared.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in.
Nice.
Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again.
Ooh.
Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Oof. We are literally reading somebody's hidden diary. We found their password.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer
Yeah.
games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Read the 5th entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor.
Oh.
Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
Now, do we know potentially what that's alluding to? Maybe it was like an early version of the game. Like, I know, I saw something online. It was like I don't know how much credence there is to it, but it was something about Toy Story 2 almost didn't happen because the files got wiped. Like, something happened with, like, the hard drive holding the files, or, like, the computers just, like, up and broke. Like, something happened that they almost lost all of Toy Story 2, like, 75%, 80% of the way into production. Like, it was very far in, and they almost lost everything. And I think the only reason they were able to save it was because, like, somebody happened to have a hard drive to work on it at home. So that ended up being the basis for the final product. Ooh, okay. I might have to go back. Well, I kind of have to go back to that area anyway. Not in the doomed commercial district, but yeah. Like, I was in an art program for a while, and we did enough group projects where everybody was working on different computers, working on different things, and occasionally things did get lost like that, and there was a lot of last-minute scrambling trying to get stuff together in time.
Let's try. We are nearing the date of the murder.
It's a dirty business sometimes.
Keep reading. I'm interested now.
Ooh, now he's
I
invested.
want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Read the 6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
Lieutenant looks to his right toward the silence. Read the 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men
Oh, no.
have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music. One neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left.
Aww.
Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
All right, 9th entry.
March 51.
Ooh.
I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
What? It was fine.
No. It was a great idea.
It was.
You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
All right, 10th entry.
March 51.
Oh,
a
maybe.
new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles, crackers, ping pong energy drinks, water, toothpaste, gum. Also, some canned air. It's interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Oh.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hello. Hi. Just the police. Hello. She is not at all fazed that we're here.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do
Yeah,
apologize
don't mind
for
us.
the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. We're not just breaking in, I'm pursuing a mysterious lead, searching for my lost identity. I will say we're here on a side case.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Oh boy, that did spook me a little bit. So while she's busy with that... Ooh, it's 5 o'clock already. Crap.
In white, silver, and apricot faience,
Ooh, the
the
big
young
lady.
mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
I know, but I wanted to try out the machine, like to play the tape I found. And I need to find our cryptozoologist's wife, talk to him. I don't know if he's gone back to her yet. Yeah, I still got some time. I will kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Alright, I will close my eyes first.
The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you from the wind outside.
Open my eyes.
The woman looks down at you kneeling.
Yeah.
She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
Revenge?
She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You. No, she doesn't care about you. She only cares about her shiny sovereign's orb and her silk robes and getting to the aerodrome on time to leave.
It's guys, what do you think? Is it compassion, remorse, mourning, or it's not possible to live? That's quite an option there. What do you guys think? I was almost wanted to say compassion. Sorry, give it a more... Really? We want to say remorse? Okay. It's remorse.
As that useless word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Okay. Ooh, oh, I should get this one.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. To
the brain
survive the
thing.
deluge, and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Wait, what exactly is an innocence? I've heard of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office now?
No,
Oh.
we are alone.
Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago,
Wow.
in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Seren,
Yeah.
modern-day Sir Laclay.
That's
Also, that she was
not
gorgeous beyond
all that long
beauty.
ago, really. Okay, well, what else? Like, was she smart?
Terribly,
Oh.
women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels, even before she was declared an innocence.
Very
Her
shiny.
influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece
Pale?
of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean
It
era.
does. It does feel a bit Lovecraftian, doesn't it? Wow. I don't care.
Wow, indeed.
Yes.
When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
Huh. That's different.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mess and the Occident, and even far away Supramuindi, altogether 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time, immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Her crowning.
In a city called Advesperaskit in Vespa Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky.
Oof.
She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by Secret Servicemen.
And then what?
One of the men in this Secret Service killed her 22 years later.
Wow.
A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
I'm sorry, what?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
Huh.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
I love how it's like, was there something terrifying about her? Yes, we just heard it. That is crazy.
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it.
But,
although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
what happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
Oh, yikes.
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
They are other.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war
great.
games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
That is so weird. Her husband's just like, poof, gone, bye.
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's voice, calm voice, echoes in the cold air of the church. Yeah, apparently.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's not connected to the case. Glowing lungs, that's fucked up. Nothing, just looking around. She's beautiful. She's not human. War criminal. What do you guys... I'm... Oh, gosh. It was probably maybe evil. She wasn't a being of peace, that's for sure. What do you guys think? Like... Joy to stock show? Oh gosh, this is going a million different... War criminal! Oh boy. You know, oh, it's a 3-way tie. So, you know, I'm gonna go with she's not human.
Okay.
He takes his glasses off to clean them, then after a while he says...
This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Ooh.
We should conclude our business and move on.
Yeah, I want to try this, but I want to visual calculus. Okay, here, I'm gonna save. That was a lot. Right. Visual calculus. Ooh. Empathy. Yeah. Okay, what do I got for visual calculus? Interfacing. Ooh, here we go. That is so handy you can right click. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, no. Okay, that's fine. I can work with this. Alright.
The mother of humanism stands
Ooh.
above you, a precious and complex wax painting. On a jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you.
Alright.
A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window.
Wow.
Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one.
Oh, the queen, I'm
And
guessing.
text, a light motif below them both.
Who shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Okay.
A motor carriage, a gunshot,
Ooh.
someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She's depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses,
It's very
holding
bright.
a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years
Yeah.
to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
Like, it definitely makes me, like, question, like, is there another force at work here? Like, not necessarily in, like, the religious sense of just, like, oh, like, she was such a figure of beauty. It's sort of like, that is weird that there's, like, a lot of rumors of her, like, not breathing for up to 10 minutes and that she glows. Yeah, it's been very grounded in reality, and this is sort of just, like, this weird supernatural element. The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort.
Dead.
Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
The new life? After life, death. After death, new life. I think. My French is very, very rough, but
And then along the left side, après
after
le
the
monde,
world.
la gré.
I don't know what
Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Oh, that makes sense, and that was the password. It was right there. After Le Mans. I can't remember what Le Gris is. Le Gris. After Le Gris, the world, the new world.
After life,
Yeah.
death. After
The
death,
Pale.
life again.
That's it.
After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Oh, life
This
again.
is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death. Could these words be the password that unlocks the filament memory?
Lieutenant, this used to say afterlife, death, after...
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
Really? So what's the motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
I like this. Puts the fear of God back. No! I don't like that. It's not cool. I don't like it. I like the other one better, I guess.
So do I.
Hey!
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
So I just want to see what happens, because this is still highlighted.
The old woman in the village
Oh.
was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Ooh, maybe he is.
There
He
it is
seems to
again.
be.
A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
What do you want to bet that that's why I drink? Oh no. Oh no.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure? I drove
3
through the
prisons were
glass.
involved in the raid,
Oh,
and
God,
people say
probably.
Prison 41 was one of them.
Oh boy. I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling.
Damn.
If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten.
Oh, but it's part of my past. I need to own up to it.
It happened a while ago. It's an important to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Alright. Well, that was a... Dang it. The first word I wanted to say, and it was no pun intended, was, well, that was an enlightening little conversation, but I realized that is very on the nose, and I really honestly did not mean it to be that way. I really didn't. Accidental puns are the curse I bear. Let's see if she wants to chat.
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Does not look like a big loss to her. Hey, are you the lead programmer of Whirl Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? Like, what are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former
Wow.
lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
That's the thing. Every time I hear it, that's exactly what I think of. Every time. It's just like, ah, yes, DeLoreanism, as well as its, sister belief, Flux Capacitorus.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal. I bet you when I jumped the canal, I was going 88 miles per hour.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
By the way, have you seen the Crab Man?
No?
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
And the Crab Man has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crapmen.
She barely looks up, now tinkering with the machine's printer.
Wow, she really doesn't.
Wow.
Not afraid, this one.
So why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
REM Prefect? That's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Nope. She has stopped working now. Not really. I know a little.
All right. Well, All radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And the AR one is a good antenna.
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market.
Ooh.
So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular
Fraser.
red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
So what are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Here we go. Isn't your REM Prefect radio computer made exclusively for the government use?
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
And you work for the government.
No, I don't.
So why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation, and Reims Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. So I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a Reims Prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see Ream prefects in every police department, for example.
So how did you get your hands on it?
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade Reim Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as Reims Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain.
What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my Reim Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's
It's
using
mine.
them for, they're hers.
Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
She dwells back into the glowing terminal. What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here. Ooh, there have been complaints from your neighbors.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Oh, is that all? What?
Wait, what?
Yes!
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Okay.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Oh boy. Hold on, does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, on that which exists. I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder so I can go home. Here, I'm gonna do it. You collect data on the surroundings.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success. Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
Ooh.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Mother of Silence? No, actually. It's, that's Fairweather T500, unless you're talking about something else. I got Wasteland of Reality, which I can internalize. Wasteland of Reality. It's basically getting over my alcoholism from the looks of it. Maybe you can quit. Yes, that's what he was saying. You know what? I'm actually going to internalize this. There we go. Just one minute. You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
No, I want to hear. That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world. For now.
Great. Thanks.
Hey, so about the 2mm hole again.
The swallow, you mean?
Yes.
What about it?
Oh, wait, no.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about erotic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you even listened to it? Like, actually listened? What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Same here. It just doesn't connect here. On your heart. Not like disco does, anyway. Okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, right. But how do you feel about a club for erotic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it?
Maybe.
I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
I heard they're also planning on building a drug lab. Youth center would be nice. A petting zoo. A place for animals. I like reverse petting zoo. Where you can pet the animals and the animals can pet you. Maybe even some community space to help the elderly. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for erotic dance music. They said it's their dream. Yeah, they're also planning on building a drug lab.
Bingo! That's exactly what they're up to.
Ah, wonderful.
The lieutenant whispers, admiring the embellished pillars and the spectacular architecture in the church.
Now this house of worship is also going to be a drug lab. Always something fascinating happening in towns.
They're just encouraging an active youth culture here. Nothing wrong with that. Mind-altering substances are a vital part of a nautic club scene. It helps to bring the community together. Ooh, or say nothing. Oh, what do you guys think? How do we approach this? Because, I mean, like, I don't want to be pro-drugs, but it probably is a big part of the music scene here. Alright, we'll go with that.
Yeah, what I said before. Not possible to appreciate that kind of music without being high as a kite. So that's settled. Great. No nightclubs in the church then.
Right, I'll let you work in peace now. Ooh, what's that?
Fairweather
Oh, there it is.
T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for?
Ooh,
in the
hand-eye
ceramic
coordination. In
Like,
armor.
Maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Wonderful. But hey, +2 hand-eye coordination to enemies in the armor, which we know there are 2 of them. Yeah, we do need more armor. Alright, I'll save here. Alright, so I don't really have much else to say to her. So I think we did get an update on this one. So see, it's the big egghead puzzle. Yes, you have to shoot the not armor parts, which is genius. Sink the Sons of Noid. Help ravers start a nightclub. Tell Andre about Suna's thoughts on the nightclub. Dead body on the board. Oh, yeah, I gotta talk to her. Oh, boy. Inspect the traps. Check the trap near the canal you crossed. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't check that one. Darn it. Okay. Damn. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go, Kim. Yeah, just get the fleshy bits. Here we go. Alright. Oh gosh, it's already after 6 o'clock. Alright, we got an update on what Suna said. And the crabman. Wait. Let's tell us all about the crabman.
Hello again.
Oh, I cannot tell her about the crabman. I want to tell her I believe her. I saw the crabman. All right.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crabman.
Oh, man. Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual. Gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. he's just chilling. He's doing his own thing. He's vibing. You were right. It's a true narcomaniac, and the way he climbs was terrifying. Yeah, he was okay. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it. Clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. There's something sinister going on under the building's roof. I think he's getting hires. Nah, just preaching and praying.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah. Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Of course, the problem he's a crabman. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you'll never catch him. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I dunno, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just gonna have to live with the crabman.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Oh, Egghead.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She did not like the Anotic Dance Club idea.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Oh boy.
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, honor man.
What, you don't have any honor, Noid?
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
He'll take your He has no honor. He'll take your Domino's pizza. Damn, he totally would, wouldn't he? Coexist. She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment.
Oh my
But then
god.
he returns to the full swing of it.
Oh, phew.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
Perhaps if you drop the drug lab, it might make it easier to convince her. Ooh, I'm not gonna throw her out. Drop the lab, boys. It's over.
Oh man, but the drug lab was like an integral part of getting the club going.
For me, it was my favourite part. Chemistry's great. Besides, imagine all the drugs we could do if we had our own drug lab. I mean, anodic music is great and all, but drugs, they make you feel really good. When did you last feel really, really good?
Hey, who needs drugs when you've got the mysteries of Al Ghul to discover? I don't have time to feel good. I'm a very busy officer of the law. Never. I've never felt good in my entire life.
But that's exactly what drugs are for. Exactly. Time to expand your mind.
Ooh, should I try to convince her? Well, I mean, both are proceed with the quest. I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
I'll try to. I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead there?
He's a quiet man. Mostly communicates through music.
Quiet?
And by being a master of ceremonies.
What's a master of ceremonies?
You know, a host.
Oh.
A declaimer of slogans. He's a performer. Gets the people going.
He's a hype man.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you then. An MC for sure.
How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
No one knows. He's a mystery, an enigma. Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I get it. He's a puzzle.
That's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
Alright, here, I'll save here. And, I guess I'll try Noid again.
Huh? I
Oh.
see you're here again.
Yeah, nothing for Noid. Let's
Bit
try
close.
Egghead.
True, hard, full, car. Hardcore.
But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural, Gotvaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotvaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oran, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
So this is the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing.
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major Egghead. Your friend Estelle mentioned him.
Good, good.
The Advent?
Yeah, let me see if I can progress through
Bit
that one.
close. True, hard, hardcore. Yeah!
This young man adds a capital,
All right.
or maybe it's not Gotvaldian.
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck?
Here, I'll just say I was a major Egghead.
Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I. So am I.
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man. The Advent?
Here, let's try one more time. I
Bit
want...
close. True, hard, hardcore. Yeah!
This young man adds a capital, or maybe it's
Yeah!
To the E, to the A, 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 to the G, to the H, to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
That was great. Oh man, I love Egghead. He's my favorite. He's so good. Oh, yeah! He's so good. I love him. Oh, dang. Okay, gosh, I guess I'll have to try and convince her? I'll try. Here. Maybe that'll be my last thing tonight, to try and convince her. Hey, but the club, though. Can we come to some kind of compromise? Like, they can party in here on Fridays and Saturdays. Hey, Suna?
Yes, what is it?
No. What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre and he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
Are you bitter because your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't
So
get our
honest.
Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Ooh. Alright, here, wait. Suggestion. What do we got here? Just want to make sure. I might have something for suggestion. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, I think we could do this one. I'm just seeing if I've got anything I can kind of help out with it a little bit. Here we go. Suggestion. Nope, that's it. That's the best I can do. Alright. And we'll go for a boost. Let's see if maybe that helps out.
What is it?
Ooh, 83. But let's go for boosty. Suggestion. Psyche? Okay. Yeah, you guys will give me a boost for it. We'll see if we can convince her. Alright. It's in your hands. Come on, chat. Help me get this woman to okay a club for anodic music. Whoops. 92. Alright, let's go for it.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Well, maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's off-site copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
What is an off-site copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project.
Makes sense.
The radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
Oh boy.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of
We
the
were
anomaly.
there, but I don't
We just
have
to
it.
go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Yeah, if it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement.
All the
What
good stuff's
happened
in the
was a freak
basement.
accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
She stares at you with pleading, furious eyes.
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to
No.
explain herself numerous times.
Poor Suna. So by your old workplace, you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Oh, I've actually already been inside.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building
Yeah.
cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the off-site copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss.
I think I put it
You
in
just
the
need to get
actual
the offside copy from
computer.
the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't
Oh.
there. There was a note saying,
Yeah, you're right. I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the off-site copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the off-site copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Suisla.
Jawiza.
Oh.
Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza.
Oof.
God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The off-site copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
So I found the ice cream maker but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Oh, jeez. Well, why can't... Okay, I know the answer, but why can't you go get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait, are you part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
That's a bit biased, don't you think? Yeah, people in Martinez don't really like to get with the times. Don't be too harsh, that's only because of their socioeconomic situation. What if it does emit elemental evil? Here, what do you guys think on this one? Oh, she's out there. I'm not disagreeing. Like, she's crazy. But... But what if it does emit elemental evil? Narrows eyes.
It doesn't emit. It receives. You sound just like her. She started praying when she first saw my rain. Turned to higher powers.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was
Oh, the
full of those
wards.
strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Alright, I'll go look for the off-site copy.
Thanks. And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice.
Yes.
It opens everything. If you get me the off-site copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
Oh god. Yeah.
It hurts a bit for her to say this.
New pry bar.
She's not too happy to be parting with the Cavals.
I need it though. About the off-site copy, actually. Yeah, about the off-site, ooh.
Yes?
No, can't do anything.
Oh god, no.
Basement.
And no. Taking it quicklier?
This is clearly a painful...
Alright, we'll go.
Thanks.
Alright, so I'm gonna save and we'll do one more safety save. And I think we will call it here for tonight, because I feel like we made a lot of progress, but we also, like, did not make any progress at all. I feel like we just went back and forth between the tent and the church a bunch of times, but we did get to work on stuff, though. Yeah, I'll go get the filament, and I'll talk to the bookstore, or the lady out in front of the bookstore about her husband. No, I'll go to the car first. I'll double check the library card. Yeah. Yeah, mental progress, not so much physical progress, yes. Okay, it is a big quest, because I was gonna say, like, this feels like a bigger one. Like, all the other quests don't seem as involved in this one, but at the same time I could see why they would make this one more involved, just because they're like, this is like kind of our thing, so we're gonna put a lot of effort into making this quest line like something big. So hopefully we will make some progress on it next time. We'll get to make some more connections with some of our other tasks, because god, we've got so many of them. Okay, yeah, that is true, yeah. I feel like we've kind of lost the thread a little bit. We've wandered away from the main mission, but we will get back there eventually when it matters most. It's only day 3. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun talking with speedheads and crazy ladies in front of radio computers and crazy crab men who just want to climb their church tower and find peace. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your week and a great weekend. We're going to be back at it on Monday at 7:30. If anything changes between now and then, I'll have the updates on Twitter. If you're looking for stuff to watch in the meantime, I've got my YouTube channel linked here as well. And I'll throw out a link for the Discord as well. Just give me a quick second to pull this up. Hold on. Almost got it. Here we go. Alright. It has been posted. Feel free to join us on Discord. Any updates get posted there as well. We also post memes and other silly things. But until next week, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend, and I'll see you for some more Disco Elysium, the final cut. See you guys.